I just realized something. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to start over because I just realized that I was on mute this whole time. So if you guys couldn't hear me, I do apologize. Let me just backtrack real quick and just tell you what I was saying earlier while I was muted. Sometimes I mute myself not knowing. Anyways, it's good to be back on a new live stream. And what I was saying before is that last month was just a hell of a month of film scoring. This week I just finished a documentary, and now I'll be off on a vacation next week. So starting tomorrow, I'll be heading off to Virginia for a week. Anyways, with that all being said, I love doing these live streams. These streams are just for me to learn new things. In this case, it's an arrangement for today and for this series of streams that we'll be doing. This is a song called "Song of AM" by Hiroyuki Sawano and Eimer. And with that being said, I apologize again for just saying stuff and not having any audio there. So now I'm going to go ahead and play this one more time. Great. All right. So now that we get a taste of that, that's what we worked on all last week. And let's talk about the arrangement and the instrumentation. First off, I'm starting the song similar to how the original song is. It has kind of like an intro, and then it starts with the verse. So form wise, it's going to be similar. But it's all instrumental, and so it's a challenge to try to get like a sampled virtual instrument to mimic a vocalist singing, but we'll do our best. As you can hear, the samples might not be the most convincing sounding, so I thought I would try a trick and see if this works. I actually did this on this documentary I've been working on, actually. I decided to use CSS solo viola last time, and I'm thinking of maybe converting the melody part. So starting probably around here. Let's see. Okay, so let's go find that first pickup note, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to. It looks like it's right on the grid. No, it's not. It's just barely off of the grid. So there we go. I'm just gonna move this down, and if you guys are familiar with a solo violin sample library called Joshua Bell, Joshua Bell violin is wonderful. I thought it would be cool to try to mimic a viola sound from this Joshua Bell library. And I thought I was able to do an okay job with that. And I just I'm just gonna double check my settings here. Uh, I'm actually tuning it down -7. So like basically the G on the low G on your violin is being transposed 7 semitones down to a C, which is what the lowest note on a viola would be, which is like a C. I think it's a C2, technically with with the different octaves. So I think it's C2, and what I did also on the left hand side is transpose this up 7. So I basically playing the C on my keyboard, and it's mimicking a viola now. There's some trade-offs with this though. The trade-off with that is I can see the notes that I'm playing, right? It's saying E, it's an E. However, there's some funky things that happen. Let me get rid of the screen. Oops, sorry, wrong button. There's a tricky little thing with this, I believe. Let me just double check. So, like for instance, when I play G on the keyboard, you can see that it's triggering a D. So this kind of stuff gets funky. Let me play the C again. You can see that my C is playing a G on the keyboard. So those are some things I have to wrap my head around if I decide to do some key switching while we go through this song. But I think it'll sound better. Let's double check. I haven't even tried it yet on this song. This is all kind of an experiment right now. So let's double check in solo. I think this sounds way better. What do you guys think? And it doesn't even have to be -7 per se, but I just picked that as a number. Tone wise, it might not like it might sound weird at certain points, but overall, I think it's a miles difference between this one. Let's listen to this one. What I like about this is there's a lot of room sound, and that's partly because there's already reverb sends happening. Over here, I don't have anything, so I'm just going to start to group them now and put that in my strings. Let's put some string verb in, and somewhere around there. I don't know what else I have added. Let's double check into this. So I just have the verb. So let's double check now how that would sound. Cool. And there's like a weird slur thing happening there. We can fix that. Timing wise is weird too. But yeah, overall, that's pretty good. Let's do one thing. Let's add a little more reverb onto it, though. I think if we were to add an insert and do like a spaces, like a convolution reverb, that might even make it sound better. So let's try putting in that. I might do a stage one, and we'll do a large stage and see how that sounds. I might put the dry signal slightly down into the mix. So like if you were to think about like some knobs are like percentage type of settings. In this one, there's not a knob where you can do like 50% or 75. You kind of have to mess around with this a little bit. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. Yeah, it's still there's still kind of funny things happening, but that's partly just maybe the programming that we can mess around with as well. Let's see. So I'm gonna play it one more time, double check the spacing on my monitors over here with the speakers. All right. So just another thought. I'm thinking we could try layering these two instruments together to even get like a thicker sound. But if I were to choose one or the other, I would probably go with this. There was like one bad tuning note, and that's partly because of like the transposition that I added does something funky. So any notes that are like out of tune, you can tell they're really out of tune when you do that kind of pitch shift. So let's listen to that again. So it's that note right. I'm just gonna fix that. As you can see, there's also like a bad note in CSS, or the tuning note in CSS. So I actually changed that last week. So I'm gonna keep that E intact on that side. All right. So what we have to do is sort of put that to the cursor. That's good. All right, it sounds already better in terms of tuning. Let's go even higher. Okay, so since I already captured the recording per se with the timing and the velocities, I don't know if I want to go back and do the whole thing, but what I'll do is I kind of like spot check it. One thing I need to double check is what key switch am I on. So I think I'm gonna just find the one that says, excuse me, legato, or was it normal playing? Legato speed normal. It's one of these yellow ones. I'm hearing kind of like a portamento or some weird slur that is not necessary. I just can't remember where it is. Let's see here. Is it this one? Am I thinking it's like a different setting that has that? I can't remember. Legato speed, immersive, legato. I mean, this probably would be the best. I know there's one called normal playing. I just don't see it down here on my notes. Let's see. Yeah. Interesting. So style Sordino, style Solpont, and then style Tasto. But there's not a one called normal, which is interesting. Unless it's down here. Legato speed normal. Oh, there you go. Style normal is way down here. So let's find that. So it's this note. Okay, so I'm going to put that note in here at the bottom. Okay. And let's see where that went. Hello, I don't see where that beautiful note went. So let's try again. I'm going to solo it this time. Oh, you know what? That's... Oh, okay, never mind. So, yeah, let's try it again. There you go. So as you can see, it says E flat, but over here, that E flat triggers G, was it A sharp or B flat, and that's because I did this -7 funkiness. So that's what's confusing. It works only when you have to do it. I'm gonna turn off polyphony as well. I probably accidentally turned that on accident, and then yeah, there's also this reverb knob. I could probably mess with that as well. I'm just trying to dial in all the tones right now and make sure my articulation is set. Let's take this back a notch. Okay, let's hear now that in context with everything else. I'm just gonna, yeah, might as well just put this all down here. Okay, so now the timing's all off. I might have to just play this. It'd be nice to just start fresh. Oh. Okay, so let's yeah. I really don't want to do this, but I think I have to. So let's go to duplicate versions. I'm just gonna keep that other version. Right there. So right on the 12th. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back 2 bars. It'll be easier. That's right. Sorry, I'm just second guessing myself on whether those notes are should be the transposed notes or not. Anyways, okay. Yeah, let's try it again. Okay, that was the best one so far. So let's just delete this little hiccup I did. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah, there you go. I think that's better. So I'm gonna just mute this entirely. And there's also this little guy right here. These are just like spiccatos. I know I'm debating if I should keep it all the same or if I should use CSS for the spiccatos. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll just do that for now and do the melody for the better one. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead now and put my headphones back on. That way I don't have to keep muting myself and unmuting. Here we go. Great. All right, so let's go ahead and play that from the top. So timing is okay. There's some bad timing notes, but more importantly, it's kind of quiet. So let's bring up the volume. Let's go like that maybe, and then over here, let's bring the volume down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then there's one weird like slurring effect that I'm not really digging. So let's find the thing that says bow right here. So what note is that? It's that note, which is F on my keyboard. So let's put a F key switch on anytime you see that happen. Now I feel like my computer just froze, so bear with me for a second. I do see a note here. Samuel Vargas. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Yes, it has been. Are you using Viola Ensemble? Yes, I am. So Viola Ensemble, it's a new template that I've been working on for a while and really digging it. This is kind of like my first project on this new template. Okay, so here we have this F. I got to trigger an F. I'm just going to go right down to it. Oops. And I think it's... Is it this F right there? Up. So let's find it. And then let's do that also for this note. This is the old school way of doing key switches. I'm only doing it for this instrument. Okay, and let's bring up the volume on that first note. Okay, I'm not sure why it starts so soft because everything on the faders are high. Cool. Yeah, see, already better. Okay, so then I might have jumped the gun on that just slightly loud. But as you can hear the difference, right, with the bow key switch that I added in. Now it's not slurring or doing that like weird portamento thing that is not intentionally want. Okay, cool. So let's keep going. Okay, let's also, as we listen, let's do the faders. Cool. All right. So I'm a lot happier with the way this is sounding now that the strings sound more real and inspiring. But anywho, there's some timing issues here I'm going to fix real quick. And the last two notes, but let's agree in context. Right there. Timing wise, it looks good, right? It's like on the grid, but as you can see here, the first note is ahead of the beat. So I might have to do that. Also, the other instruments are probably pushing the beat. So as you can see here, yeah, like this note's ahead of the beat slightly. So I can kind of split the difference. Okay. Anything else? Let's see, Marimba. No, Marimba's on the grid. So let's do these two, the cello and the viola. Okay, so I think slightly a little even more, and then bring the velocity down. Right. That sounds better. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, it's on the 2 here. It's just a little slightly ahead of beat. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna have to do the key switch trick again. Do that for the notes that I don't want the slurs. So these two. Right. Okay. Let's just. Cool. All right. So we got that first half of the verse done for the most part, and then the viola is keeps going. I'm kind of wondering if I should exchange the voice to like a violin at this point, but I do have violin going, doing something else here. Let's see. Oh no, never mind. It looks like the exchange is already happening. So I'm reading my past self here, and then so that means this is different. Whew, okay. So moral of the story is when you find a sample library that sounds good with demos, try it for yourself, because man, I mean, I have nothing against this company. They do great stuff. It's just their solo violin and viola just isn't as hyped up as it was when I first got it, and so I generally just use it to layer stuff nowadays. I don't really use it as a like a standalone or like a solo highlighter. Um, anyways, I'm just that's my relenting rant here. What I'll do is I'm actually going to move that over. Excuse me, move that over and glue that in, and just make that sound better. So this da 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 dun da 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 da. Let's change the articulation, and I'm not sure what would be best. Da 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 da. Probably just one of these legato all the way through, probably that, or some spiccatos. And then let's look at the other things. Right. So this might be doing something weird with the timing. Let's go back down here for a second. Okay, I think I know what's happening here. Da 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 da. I think what happened was I'm playing this. Or maybe not. This seems to be on the grid actually. So I'm thinking why it sounds so delayed. Oh. Okay, so maybe that part's okay. It's just this note here is not on the right spot. Okay, and then something's off on that. Okay, so after hearing in context, it is a little bit behind the beat. That's all. Then it's probably throwing me off a little bit. So what I'll do is push it ahead of the beat slightly. Okay, right there. Should be one beat or 1/8 note over. Okay, and that's off. Da 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 da. Let's see. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just mute that. Okay. All right. Now let's shape this a little bit. Okay. And I'll come back to the notes. I think I might want to change the ending slightly, but let's now go to the violin that was playing the melody, which is right here. Now this violin just doesn't have a lot of life to it. It's kind of flat when it comes to the vibrato and the intensity that I want. So I'm gonna mute this, and I'm gonna find the Joshua Bell solo violin, which has some information on here. So that's gonna have to change somehow. I'm thinking this was first violin, this was second violin. That's probably what happened there. So what we probably have to do is create two of these tracks, and just have Joshua Bell Violin 1, Joshua Bell Violin 2, if we really want to maximize the options that we can do for this series. So maybe I'll in the future for my template I'll have like a second one and just call it Violin 2, something like that. So what's the fix? What's the fix? I could actually just access it now if I wanted to. That's the beauty of this. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to remote in so you can see what I'm seeing, and then I'm just going to add another Joshua Bell instance. Let's try that. Okay, so over here, this is the other computer. Brand new computer, by the way. Just got it. It's this big. It's like a Mac Studio size. It's not a Mac Studio, but it's a Mac Studio size, and probably even smaller than that actually. And it's like 3 times more powerful than my old slave. That's a tower computer. So pretty happy about that. And I just got that up and running this week. So okay. This is nice. I have the Joshua Bell Violin 1 already loaded in, and then I could put one over here, or better yet, I should probably put one here. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna copy this channel set. I'm gonna push it into here. Let's paste that in. Oh, that actually copied the other one as well, so let's delete that. All right, and I'm going to add a new channel. Okay, so that's on MIDI channel 3. So let's go over here and just do that, and then it'll read. And then thinking out loud, do I need to do anything else here? I think I'm good. So I'm going to now exit. All right, so back onto the main computer. I'm going to now double this, so duplicate track, and then I'm going to call this 2, and then I'm going to move this down here. Okay, and basically the stuff I just had for the CSS Violin 2, I'm going to change over to Joshua Bell Solo Violin 2. I think that would be better. And that way I can have both options. One thing I should probably do, and this is something that other people have done for like CSS templates, is they change the the tone slightly of the instrument, so that in case you guys play the same note, or you're harmonizing. If it sounds the same too much, it just sounds weird. I could do something like that. I would have to do a few different things, but anyways, let me finish my thought here because I'm gonna go on a tangent and forget. So this is Joshua Bell. Okay, cool. Hopefully, the spikes that you see are not coming from the new computer, but from this laptop that I'm on. Anyways, so I think I've gotten that to where I like it. Let's try going back to this KVM and seeing one more thing because I did mention changing maybe the pitch. My only concern is if I do that, it'll also mess with my key switch stuff that I really like doing. So I'll think about that some more. Should I do it? Should I not? Anyways, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna keep it like this, and we'll call it good. All right. With enough being said, let's go ahead and try this melody. All right, let's try listening back. Okay, so overall, it's just behind the beat, so I'm gonna push this in front. Okay, and then let's fix that first note. Interesting. So I think I did that on purpose last time because CSS was doing something. So let's just do it around the beat. That's ahead of the beat, but yeah. Cool. It's a little ahead still, so let's just take that, and I think we're good. Banana. Anyone know this song? I got a comment last time, and someone recognized and acknowledged. That was really it was really cool to see other fans across the globe from different walks of life. So, for me, I don't really listen to a lot of like Japanese anime type stuff, but just recently I've just gotten a big surge of that. So for whatever reason, I've just been listening to a lot of Japanese music. All right, so let's go back and play that. All right, so then the melody is being drowned out by this da na 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 because this guy is a lot louder than before. So what we could do is we can try bringing it down from the velocity. Okay, and I'm starting to hear a lot of these weird like portamentos. That's probably the velocity happening. So let's think about this. What I'll do is I'm going to just bring the overall CC7 volume like that and just match it. Let's go over here. And partly is I'm thinking maybe it's just the voice range. As you can see, this is in the same range. So another idea is, what if I went up an octave like this? I know it sounds weird when sometimes you go up an octave, but this might have to be the case. Okay, so let's do this. For the violin one, it's also kind of getting in the territory of that violin two. So what if I did that with viola? Okay. Wow, it's quite a bit louder than this one. Oh, partly why is because there's no volume. Let's try again. That's fine. Okay, let's keep that there, and then let's play it again. Cool. Love the tone. Much better performance, right? It's almost like when you hire a really good violin player versus one that is just starting out. It's like night and day difference between the CSS solo and this one. So, anyways, let's try working on some of the volume here that I heard. Yeah, so right there. Okay. All right. And, timing is not perfect, but this is a good start. So I think there was one thing over here with the volume that could be better. Right there. Okay. All right. We're almost to the chorus. So what happened is once I pushed these notes ahead of the beat, This one's kind of suffering now. Good. All right, let's look at the other ones. Interesting. So the other faders, CC11 and 1, I think I can maybe massage that a little bit. That was a bit too much, but yeah, I think we're getting close. There's just a little like volume like imbalances, and I think that could be also fixed with some compression. Cool. Yeah, so speaking of compression, I might add a little bit. Let's just do that. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit. It's like -6 almost for some gain reduction. So, yeah, I'm gonna lower the ratio a little bit and the threshold, and then let's also bring down some of the highs, like the mid highs right here. Cool. All right, sounding better. So then I think we're off to the races now on the chorus. So I'm just wondering if I should stay in that octave. It sounds lovely up here, but I'm also thinking, what if we went an octave lower just to change it up again, or have like the cello even play instead of the violin. It's kind of fun to just switch it up in like a quartet or chamber. So I'm just gonna try something, and I'm gonna use this cello because this cello is pretty amazing. It's the Tina Grow Cinesamples cello. I use this a lot. The Pacific solo cello is also really good. I sometimes layer those two together. This one's East-West. It's not bad. That one's actually pretty good too. Let's try something. So yeah, I just wanted to audition that. There's just some weird like phasey notes that I'm hearing, and when you're layering that with like an orchestra, probably you wouldn't hear it, but it's so exposed. So I think one of these are better. Let's listen to this one now. So I'm gonna change the names on these. All right, now it says Pacific. Okay, of course it's too high, so let's go down. Okay, yeah, that's That's pretty good. I might just do that. All right, so it's it's tricky. It's tricky because we're going high on this part. Let's hear how it sounds. Okay, cool. So I should probably shape this a little bit. Let's shape it. Oh yeah. And then this part is actually like the second verse, so to speak. The second verse is modulated up, like I think half a step. It's really interesting. um, is it half a step? Yeah, I think it's half a step. Because in the original key, it's in E, or no, is it in D? I can't remember now. Original key is in E flat. That's what it was. So yeah, it's actually a full step up, or two semitones step up. Okay, so any ways going back to the chorus? We're gonna focus on chorus for probably the rest of the session today. There's probably some harmonies happening from my memory. So like as it goes, don't say goodbye. That part is harmonized, and Eimer does like a lower voicing of that, and I could probably do that in either this cello or let me think, maybe viola. Now, I might want to just like transcribe the harmony of that, but I'm just take a stab at it today, and do an harmony, like my own harmony rendition, just see what I can pull off before I use the master key, so to speak. Checking the answers. So let's see here. Okay, now what I'll do, I'm gonna put this together, put this on active part, and then this part here is gonna be a little bit lower, like that. It's an octave lower for now. So let's figure out the harmonies. Hey Cheyenne, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. So you have don't say goodbye, and then and this is in the key of E, I believe. What key? I'm in the key of E, yeah. So I'm a step up higher. Maybe I'll go third below. So that's a third below. Let's kind of trail the melody, so to speak. So it's going a little bit lower than for each one. Boom, 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 boom. Don't say goodbye. Let's just do E. Okay. try. Oh, actually, the chords are all up here, huh? So, this will be easy. Since the chords are here, I can kind of use more of a intellectual theory kind of thing. So I'm just wondering how I should do that. I think that'll work. And then let's go to the B. Oh, we're in a chord of an A, huh? So okay, now let's shape that a little bit. It's a little loud. So here's what I'll do. I'll just take this chunk, which is CC7, and bring it down. I think I might have done too much. Like that. Cool. I love harmonizing, by the way. So one of my most favorite parts of the job is, I mean, of course, you want to come up with a fantastic melody, but harmonizing is like a whole different challenge and game in itself. All right, okay, moving on. So let's go to the next part. I might want to move that up. That might work if I just kind of tuck it back in the mix slightly right there. Too much. Around there. Yeah, still too much. But yeah, just when it's a little quieter, it fits in better. Okay, and then let me get rid of this. Okay, so, all right, let's put our harmonizing thinking cap on again. Okay, so let's do, instead of do do do, let's go. Something like that. Let's try C sharp. Let's go F sharp. Ooh, that's interesting. G sharp in the B chord. Let's go to A. Oops. And let's do let's put the volume up on this guy. All right, I'm gonna use a piano for a second. So maybe let's do a B instead. Oops. Let's do a G sharp. Now it's just playing that. So we're staying in a B chord, although I have a B. Or sorry, I meant E chord. We're doing like E chord stuff here, but this is saying B. Is that right? Let me just double check here. So. Right? Okay, let's double checking. It's interesting that I'm doing like an E chord on this part. Excuse me. Okay, cool. Now, this is a question to ask yourself. Like, once you're finishing up a phrase and you're arranging something and trying to make it sound exciting, uh, you can always exchange voices, kind of like you know, like a boys to men, or like a Backstreet Boys. You know, what do you call it? Boy bands or girl groups. You know, like where they're switching off and doing these poses as they're singing, and then another guy comes around and comes into the front. That's kind of like what you do with string quartets. I feel like sometimes everyone gets their little spotlight. So I'm just thinking, should I change voice and exchange this to a different part? I'm not sure yet. My tendency is to want to do that, so just to make it exciting. But it might just be too much. I'm not. I have to kind of hear it. Okay. I really like the tone of this cello, by the way. I think that cello just rocks. My hat's off to uh, Jesper Blunk doing our. Is it jazz? Am I saying that right? I'm drawing a blank. Jasper Blunk from Performance Samples, doing an amazing job with these sample libraries. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I think I'm going to do a cello switch. So I'm thinking one cello. This is like a chamber size. So after they take their solo, I'm gonna have this cello take over, which I already have some data in, and I'm just gonna start doing some quarter note chugs, like dung jung 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 jung. I'm just gonna copy this over and see how it sounds. So. Something like that, right? Let's bring up the volume. I think this might be good to try. You could also do eighth notes. like that. So I'll just quantize this to the grid. Okay, and let's do this for the rest of the part. Oh, sorry. C sharp. Nice ascending line, adding some spiccato love, and then I'm not sure here if I want to keep that going. Boo 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 bum 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 boo 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 boo. What if we do some legato stuff? I'm not sure what the notes were. Oh. So we'll harmonize that part. Let's try that. Okay. All right. So I'm muting that, but it's really those notes. So let's put that in time a little bit. Okay, cool. That'll be a nice change. So again, this is an illusion, but these two tracks are one track. Moving on, let's add the melody. So this is Viola, right? I think Viola can take over the melody, so to speak, but maybe go an octave higher. Shoot. What if I kept it lower and then maybe do a doubling, and then this viola will harmonize, I think. So let's have violin. Let's try violin 1. Man, let's keep that. Let's just double this. So let's do, what am I trying to do? This one. And I'm not sure where I'm at. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to make sure that I have the right articulation. So let's do this. Either that or legato bow. I feel like a legato bow would be better. Okay, so then let's go and shape it. Let's try again. One thing I probably should do is just slightly push it ahead of the beat. Yeah, I like a little crescendo at the end. Okay, so great. Now, as that's happening, do I want the viola to harmonize? So actually, let's find the other one. There we go. And let's go ahead and see if I should do anything different. You know, here's what I'll do. I'll keep the bottom line playing the melody. I'm gonna have violin 2 harmonize, so like have some middle shape there. Let's shape this though. Let's try again. There's something a little bit off on that. Cool. Volume wise, maybe bring that down slightly. Okay, and then cool. Timing wise, this is a little behind because I pushed the other one ahead of the beat, so I'll try to match that. Cool. All right. Next, before we do violin 2, let's go back to the cello, and I'm gonna shape this a little more. A little louder there. And then let's go to violin 2, which is okay. So I'm speaking out of turn here. I think what I'll do is bring this up to violin 1 instead. Instead of violin 2, violin 1 for that high melody, and now we're gonna harmonize this. So let's actually keep the data, and what I'll do is just look at these two now. Okay, and I'm going to harmonize these guys. Okay, so we're in a key of E. Probably G sharp. Or I might want to go lower and just do a G sharp here. So it'd be a 6 below. Da da da. Interesting. That's not, let's see here. That's not a true 6 below, is it? If it's B and it's a G sharp here, that's something else. Let's find a 6th. I don't think you can do a 6 if we're in the key of A. I'm gonna play with the piano for a second. Wrong key. Let's put this piano up here. Like that. That way, if I need to grab it and refer to it, I can just click on that. Okay, so let's go back to the other instruments down here. That's cello. That's violin Violin 2, violin 1. Okay. It's a cool chord. I don't think you can do a sixth below, to be honest, in the shape of this harmony. So let's do G sharp. All right. It sounds like all B's right here. So let's find that. Okay, let's hear that. All right, let's make sure they're all not overlapping. Do that button. And then let's shape that. Okay, so that's the first part, and then I think we can start the same. So it'd be like, and then okay, so let's find those notes. Let me turn this off. Da 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 da. C sharp. I think it was C sharp again. Da da da. E. And then C sharp. And then let me check the piano. Oh, whoa. Hello, list. Oh. So I'm on the wrong notes there. It should be B for these guys. Oh, that sounds better. C sharp, B, G sharp. Okay. Okay, all right. Last part. So the cello is doing something. If you remember earlier, I changed that right here. So this is cello. This is viola. We don't need viola. Let's go just looking at it from a visual standpoint, at least. Let's see. Get rid of that. Aha. So I need to be in the middle between these two ranges. So let's highlight these guys. Put that somewhere there for a second. Okay, so right, and then the cello is going. Dun dun dun. I just didn't have that note. So then. Yeah, so this part is tricky. Do I just play the same notes like that? Almost might be too rich because the cello is doing on the bottom. Okay, let's start with the G sharp. So that's where we ended on. So we'll start with the G sharp, and then what if I start on A for this part? So far good. So E. So the spacing here is just spelling out a B chord, as you can see, B major with a second inversion, F sharp on the bottom there. I think that works pretty well. I could also keep that on E for the most part. I think that probably sounds better. It kind of ties it better together. So let's shape it. I need to go higher. Okay. Great. So I think we got most of the instruments taken care of for this course. On top of our quartet thing that's happening here, we do have a bass guitar, electric bass guitar. So that's sort of the quintet, right? Having like a contrabass, and then we also have the marimba, and is that it? I think that's. Oh, and we have guitar. Yeah, of course. There's a lot of cool guitars from this in the beginning. Yeah, so I think marimba and guitar go pretty well together, and that's it. So no piano. I'm gonna do my best, absolute best, to not do piano for this, and not just add a new instrument just for the sake of it. I'm gonna try to commit to these seven instruments. So yeah, let's write this down actually. So let's actually name all our instruments. First is violin 1, violin 2, viola, cello, and these are all like solo of each. Then we have a electric bass, which will substitute the contrabass, and then we have one, theoretically, even though these are all like multiple tracks, one guitar, acoustic guitar, let's say, and then the other one is a marimba, right? Okay, so that's our instrumentation. I'm just gonna write that in so we don't forget, and try to commit to that. All right, I could probably just keep this here too. In the meantime, let's look at the other three instruments. So we have the electric bass, the acoustic guitar, acoustic guitar, and marimba. I just keep coughing. I've been having this cough for like last 5 weeks now. I got kind of sick too, but I've had this cough even before that. Um, so let's look at the bass line. Cool. So my problem with this bass line is it's just quarter notes, and this was a placeholder anyways, but we definitely need to keep this pulse going that we had before. It just sounds so weird to stop it. All right, it's like a 180. So let's see what I can do here. Okay, so let's mute this. Wow, it almost sounds like it could stay in E. Let me look at a piano. Yeah, I guess we'll do a B instead. All right, so I think I might want to do a little fill there. Now, I'm not a bass player by any means, but you know, it's fun to fill in some of that space, so I'll have to practice that. I don't know. Let's try again. Yeah, I mean, you got the idea. So I'll do a few takes of these until I like the one that we can keep. By the way, if you are enjoying these videos, please do like this video, subscribe, share the videos to anyone that you think would enjoy it. With that being said, let's keep going. Okay, so let's listen back. Right there, I kind of was late on that note. Excuse me, on that note. Okay, I like how the way it ends. For the most part, let's look at the last few notes actually. Hmm. Maybe do a quicker C sharp. Okay, so there's that. There's one weird spot, which is this A chord. Yeah, so. Something like that. That sounds better. Okay, so that is a more fitting fill or bass fill, and then this probably should go to G sharp. I kind of like that high G to low G. That's kind of cool. So then timing wise, just fix some of the timing on it. Boom, boom. Some of these should be more legato as well. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy where this is. I think it'd be a good time to just listen back and fix some of the timing. So I'll just keep the grid on eighth notes. But you know, actually it's weird because maybe how the strings are playing. Strings are behind the beat, so even though this note here looks behind the beat, it actually fits better. So interesting. Okay, this is off. Bum bum. Wow, interesting. I got a new keyboard, by the way. This keyboard's is a cheap like wireless combo keyboard, but the reason why I got it is because it doesn't have a power off button. And last few streams, I don't know, like 5 streams ago or 10 streams ago, I pressed the power off button and turned off my computer midstream. So I'm still getting used to this keyboard. One thing is these arrow keys are right next to my numpad. It's a little bit more compact. So sometimes I'm pressing like the 0 on my right side instead of the arrow key. Okay, so as you can see, it sounds good, even though it's not on the grid like this. So I just have to use my ears and make sure that the groove is there, because there's no drums in this song, so like every single note is super important to lay down in the pocket, so to speak. Never mind. Yeah, So this is still rushing. Okay, so as a kind of overall broad, I feel like it's rushing slightly. So I'm gonna just push it behind the beat. This one's behind our ahead still. I pressed the wrong button again. There you go. Okay, this can be more legato. This can be slightly longer. Right there, see how that rushes and pushes? So we don't want that. Also, it's the spacing or rest that also makes it feel weird. I kind of think, what if I went higher again? So like, yeah, so let's go back. Let's kind of follow this scheme here and then do this over here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that kind of works. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Okay, and then this part is rushing. Cool. All right, so overall pretty good. I think that's enough time for that bass line. We have a 15 minutes or so. Let's go to the marimba. And what was the other instrument? The guitar, right? So why don't we bring down the guitar? I'm just thinking here. What would make most sense? Let's bring the guitar down to the mounts like that. So then they're somewhat together. And now that there's a more focused approach on the instrumentation, we know exactly what we want. I'm going to go to over here and do the show tracks between locators. Yeah, something like that. Let's just make sure we're over all of it and do that again. Great. Now you can see all the tracks used. These are ones that are muted. I've retained them because I want to keep this information over here. So realistically, just one would do. So which one should I keep? I'm going to keep the one here. All right. Anything else? There's other muted notes. I'm gonna I'm kind of going backwards, but I'm gonna listen to this real quick. Oh, I see. That's just the melody. And what's this? Okay. All right. So let's go to, again, what I was saying before is the marimba and the guitar. And we're on the chorus, so I'm just going to highlight that. So maybe what I'll do is not play anything in the marimba up until where the cellos do the dun dun dun, those pulses. So let's try that. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. We probably should quantize because there's some latency issues here, and my playing just in general. Let's see. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit off. Okay, this is off. Should be eighth notes like that. Okay, let's fix this as well. I think voicing wise, it could be better. I'm gonna solo. All right, I got a suggestion from Samuel. What if you did a B E B around C5? Right, C5, C5, with a 3-note pattern going against the 4/4. Oh, I see what you're saying. Is that what you mean? Let's yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like in the original song, it kind of does something like that too, right? Um, yeah. There could be an issue with the cello. I don't know. Let me just finish what I was doing and I'll play around with that idea. Great suggestion. Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna go up on these notes. Dun, dun. Oh. Oh, I see. Hold on one second. F sharp, D, B, bum. So let's bring this down as well, and then and then yeah, let's just bring that down, and let's bring that down. Okay, cool. So that's one idea. I'm going to entertain the idea that Samuel had. And again, we have guitar as well. So there can be a lot of cool things happening here. You know, I'm going to try something here. And Samuel, did you mean doing that like at the beginning of the course or where I have notes already going? Let me know. If you meant over here at bar 45, I'm gonna try that for a second because that's a fun idea. So. So let's try something like this for a second. Da da da. Wow, timing's a little off, but it looks like it fits with the strings and my bass guitar too. All right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Either way, it's just an idea in my mind, and it's ascending. Does it, uh, does an octave up conflict with the strings? Yeah, yeah. We don't know until we try, right? But I think that works pretty well. Great suggestion. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, it's actually here. Yeah, I think I either way would have worked. Going up or down. I kind of like that going descending against this part. Yeah, because it's like going up, and then so you're, almost like counteracting that going down. And yeah, I don't know. And yeah, so that's one idea. Another fun. Let's see. That one. That one's kind of fun too. Doing like four notes, but offsetting them like this. And that's kind of a good substitution in my mind. I'm gonna try it just for the hell of it and see what happens. And then we can hear it back and then see what one sticks in a sense. So let's delete this. Okay. Or like you can like two mallets on each hand and like. That might be a little too much, but let's play around with that. To practice a little more. All right, let's try again. I forgot where I'm at. Oh, there you go. It's a little harder. All right, so let's hear how that sounds now. Okay, let's try it. Wrong. I always get started on the wrong spot. Hey. I'll get there. Hmm. Okay, let's hear that. Okay, let's fix this timing somewhere around the beginning. Of course, the first note, let's see. Seems a little weird looking. Okay, and then if I'm doing 1 and 2 and 3 and oh, interesting. I'm really behind, but excuse me, it really fits with violins. Okay, and then somewhere around there it gets funky. Right there. Okay, all right, let's fix this one. I guess what I could do is just copy this part like that. Step up. Oh, I see what I was doing. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go this. So rushed on that. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna do one more thing. Little roll there. Interesting. It's like rolling still. Yeah, I think that should do it. Wow. Is it because it's not all the way down? The value 3. Let's put it 0. I see. Yeah. You've seen other who make a super thorough piano sketch and try out all their ideas there. Yeah, I think I've done both, and honestly, it's nice to just stay within one program. So I like to do the playground stuff in Cubase to get just the first-hand touch with those sounds, because using Dorico or any notation softwares, even piano, just sitting in front of a piano, sometimes isn't as inspiring as just getting as close to the fountain of sounds that you can just have at your disposal. And I don't mind doing this where I'm looking at visually over a piano roll. At first, it kind of messed me up, but I'm able to convert what I see here with sheet music almost. And if you can do that, it saves you a lot of time. But anyways, that's That's my answer there. So let's go ahead and hear that in context. Okay, cool. And then let's listen to the other one. Cool. Man, I like both. Let me hear the other one real quick. Only thing I don't like about this one right here, the second one, is that I'm going to rename this as, I don't even know what I call that. Let's just say a 1.01b, and then let's call this one version 1.01a. Yeah, so this one jives better with the bass guitar. As you can see, like the rhythm-wise, it works really well. Of course, you know, timing isn't spot on. But yeah, that's the idea there is I think I can do a lot more with that if I were to sort of sync that in, because the other one doesn't really jive with the bass guitar. Rhythm-wise, this works really well. So I think I'm going to do this one. All right, so last thing is the guitars, and then we'll call it good for today and see how it sounds with everything. So we have guitar here, and I'm not hearing anything. Oh, there we go. What do I have so far in the beginning? Yeah, just some really basic guitar chords. It doesn't even sound like chords almost. It almost sounds like something else. So I'm just gonna try to make it more plucky sounding. For some reason it stopped. Okay, so there's a lot of things just like swarming in my head here. I think the first thing though is it would just make sense to keep this sort of rhythm thing, these chucks going. But you know, I'm wondering if I should just make it more open sounding too. So let's see here. So let's open this up. It's muted. I'm on a muted little patch or whatever you want to call that key switch. So what I want to do is go to maybe D1. Where is that on my keyboard? D1, right there. So let's find that here. And I'm not sure why it's slow, but give it a second. This doesn't happen often, but sometimes Contact does this where you get out of Contact and it just like takes a second for it to resituate. It's still frozen here. This is Contact 6. I'm wondering if I should go to Contact 7. Maybe that'll solve some things. We'll see. But I feel like I'm frozen. This doesn't happen out of nowhere, so it might have just crashed. Oh, there you go. There we go. That's a good sign. So let's go back to right here. And D1, right? That's what I want to change this. That note. Okay. Let's hear that with the chords. Oh yeah, let's move this over here. Okay, so E. Don't say goodbye. There you go. And then chords for the next. Let's actually change this up. So we're gonna invert this. Actually, let's go higher. Okay, so then we're gonna invert this up. Like that. And or like that. Yeah, I might want to do something like that rather than plucking out some solo guitar patch. This works a little bit better. Okay, so let's listen to C1. It's a little bit harder sounding. Rhythm might actually fit better. And let's change the volume. It's kind of loud. Well, that doesn't really do anything, huh? So I need to map this. Let me save, just in case it freezes again and crashes on me. And let's map that. Sometimes every patch is different. Sometimes it doesn't map it automatically. So I just got out of Contact, and as you can see, it does this weird thing where it's kind of like freaking out, doesn't know what to think. And this doesn't happen often. Honestly, I do this all the time, but okay, there you go. So let's go to that. Okay, now it's like super quiet. Oh yeah, so all of this actually needs to be higher. Okay, let's adjust. Okay, well, I actually need to go higher on this one. Cool. All right. Actually, now that I understand how this is working, I'm going to actually shape this a little more. A little louder. Oops. That's about right. Okay, all right. So let's just finish this off with the chords. Instead of the E, it's going to be C sharp minor. So let's go here. Okay, so the problem with this is such perfectly on time that it doesn't really match what the strings are doing. Alright, so pushing that back slightly in front of the grid or behind the grid, however you want to say that, behind the beat or after the beat. Behind the beat. Yeah, you say behind the beat, and when you say behind the beat, you're going in front of the grid, right? So, anyways. Yeah, even this is just slightly in front of the beat. Cool. All right. So, like that, and then we go E. Turn the beat around. Yeah, hey Tom, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, turn the beat around, right? So I think I'm gonna change this again to a different type of rhythm. You know, there's some kind of note or trigger. Yeah. Okay, so like the combination of these two. I don't think it's really meant to like be played as a musical thing because it's like a machine gun effect, but if you kind of mess with those two, that might work for something like this. Okay, I just gotta get the chords in now. So we have A, C sharp, and then C sharp, G sharp, E, D, A, F sharp, C sharp. Excuse me. There we go. So we have that. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the power is out at your place. I can hear the storm brewing outside. I don't know if it's picking up in my microphone, but yeah, the thunder was just going crazy. I'm sorry that the power's out. I hope this is keeping you somewhat entertained as you wait. Yeah, hopefully they get that fixed. So let's see here. What was I trying to do? I think all my chords, excuse me, all my chords are in the right vicinity except for this one. So let's see. I'm going to change that. So this second half is good, but the first half should be a B. There we go. Okay, and then I can't remember. Oh, that's these two buttons. I'm gonna try emulating that a bit. Ooh, let's try that. That does not work at all. I might have to just use the loops again. Okay, so yeah, YouTube is a blessing. Let's see here. Let's try this one. Okay, that actually works pretty well. But let's see if I can re-trigger it halfway through. And if I did that, that might work better. So And I realize I think maybe the timing isn't so much here as it is down here, huh? So if I were to push that behind to the behind the B a bit, that also is going to help. But then I just want to make sure these are aligned, so like that's still in front of the beat. Okay, so the tone is kind of soft, so let's see if I can bring that up. Okay, it would have to be in the CC7. Okay, all right. And the last part is just stopping it. I don't know, what note is that? Yeah, just B. Oh no, let's see. Huh, timing is weird. I think, man, this is really throwing me off. I think there's something else going on with these, this loop type of patch. Let's see. I'm going to have it start on key, right? Instead of syncing the host. Yeah, it looks, that should be it. That's what I want. But there's like a weird, and of course, getting out of contact again. For some weird reason, it just stutters. Oh, there you go. So going back here, there's a weird note that like is conflicting. Is it because this is over here? Okay, better. Oh no. Huh. I don't know. I'll just quantize it. Okay, that's the best that we can do for today. So let's go ahead and press play and go from straight from the beginning. Thanks for everyone who are watching live, by the way. I always appreciate people just saying hi. Feel free to ask questions. This is what I'm here for. I'm here mainly just to experiment and try new things out. But at the same time, it's also just to engage anyone that wants to learn how to do this or get better. I'm just doing my thing, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and here we go. And there's a stuck note somewhere. Hey, thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you, AG Bites, for the compliments. And as far as everything else, I think AJ, you asked me a question. I just thought I'd answer real quick. Yeah, the break went well. Uh, the movie was intense and was like a 3 weeks from hell, so to speak, but had a blast. Was able to deliver. So whenever that movie comes out, I'll let you guys know. It'll be on TV somewhere. um, but yeah, that is all for today, guys. I will be out of town again. I'm taking a short vacation next week, so unfortunately, I won't be able to stream next week. But I'll get back on, and probably what's today? So today's the 3rd, so I won't be for the 10th, but I will be on the 17th. So yeah, be sure to check back. Subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already, which I send out personal emails to everyone that are subscribed. Mainly just to announce my live streams, just because I don't really have time for anything else. But my plan is to uh, eventually do more things with that, whether that's to show you more exclusive videos or offer lessons or whatever. I have a newsletter, so be sure to subscribe to that if you haven't already. And I hope you guys all had a lot of fun. I will plan on seeing you then in 2 weeks. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and I will see you later. Take care.